Ho! What is up, you guys? My name is BlitzVersion1, and welcome back to Changeling Tale! It's finally here! I'm stupid. I don't know how long this has actually been ready. I know people have been telling me that the Patreon version is here. I don't have the actual Patreon version. I have the itch version, which is what I got. Little Napoleon slipped me that stuff and stuff like that. But yeah, so I mean, technically all my Changeling Tale videos are actually technically kind of sponsored and brought to you by Helmet Fox Productions and Little Napoleon himself. Thanks a lot again, bud. This is amazing. And I'm stupid. I've been really busy with other stuff. I haven't been on the Discord as much as I used to be. And I was like, people keep telling me that the Patreon version is out. Why is the itch version? Because the itch version is early access as well. So why is my itch version not updated? And I was looking through the change logs and I was like, wait, did it update? And sure as shit not. I started it up, went to Jessie's chapter, and sure as shit enough, it popped up saying chapter 4. So I saved, I didn't read nothing, I didn't go any further than this. So, without further ado, it's Jessie's chapter 4. Last time we left with Jessie and stuff like that, the recap basically, she scratches, we started getting some hair on growth on her arm, so maybe we're gonna they're doing some Malcolm transformation. I am freaking excited. Like, oh my god. It's been so long since I've had Changeling Tale up on the channel. I'm so happy, I'm so hyped, I'm so excited. Also, because I'm playing the adult version and stuff like that, it's gonna be heavily censored, or pisses are gonna be missing. So, I'll probably keep the footage after I'm done. I'll probably make a not safe for work version, and I'll probably make a Patreon and post that up on Patreon. So if that does happen, if I do decide to do that, it'll be in the description down below, so you guys can go check that out. So, let's see if I can still do my Malcolm voice, because it's been so long. Jessie, what are you? My voice echoes in the lonely stillness of the forest, so far away from civilization. Beyond quiet, it's hard to believe any animals lie within, but the canine tracks at my feet do not lie. Jessie must be here somewhere. I continue to follow the tracks for some time. The trees stand like silent sentinels, looming in the mist. Stop drifting. I am not welcome here. I can sense it. Anxiety fills my veins. I turn on my heel, but the path from whence I came is nowhere to be found, vanished among the infinite trees of the forest. The trees so tall, so imposing, it's as if they are leaning in toward me. My pace quickens. The space between the branches is getting narrower, seemingly corralling me down the track that leads yet deeper into the woods. Ooh. Jessie? The sound is coming from ahead. I break into a run, eager to find my mate, and even more so to escape this frightful place. Oh, excuse me. The branches have become tangles, reaching out toward me, ripping at my clothes as I bound ahead. Fairy circle! That's a face circle! Ooh. A clearing, I reach the center and stop and catch my breath, then call out once more. Jessie, can you hear me? Please, come home. That's not Jessie. My heart skips a beat. A canine form stalks out from the forest, but it is mostly definitely not Jessie. The wolf's coat shines unnaturally white in the dim wood, as if from within. I try to back away, only to find my feet stuck firmly to the ground. Only then do I look down to see the odd circle in the mushrooms that surround me. Is this... Are you magic? What do you want from me? What is Jessie? The wolf gazes through me with its noble yellow eyes. I plead with the animal, the spirit, the vision before me. Please, I only wish to find the woman I love. One of your kind. Can you help me? Oh boy. Jesus Christ! And down. Wait, is this Undertale all of a sudden? The white wolf lunges at me, into me, then suddenly disappears, as does the ground beneath my feet. I scream. Black, murky, dirt, debris, and detritus fall alongside me. makes it harder to see as I grasp at anything to cling to hold, to gain ballast. But my fingers have no purchase. My arms flail, my legs are immobile as I spin, falling blindly. This is how I will die. Realization hits me with terrible certainty. When I hit the bottom, I will snap like a twig. I know it. I close my eyes and swallow. Then the sound of my breathing, my heavy breathing, and rapid heartbeat echo in my head. Rapid and still all at once. I am going to die. Down to the tips of my toes goes a feverish chill. Why must I be tortured before I go? Why is this happening? Though countless bombardments and hails of gunfire, all I'd ever wanted was to leave the earth peacefully. Not all men are so blessed. It seems fate would have me meet my end at the bottom of an abyss to tear me apart from one woman who'd finally shown me joy, magic, purpose. No. Fate brought us together. Years of hardship, a war, and even a goddamn change in species hadn't torn us apart. We won't be thwarted by some infernal pit. I open my eyes and stab my claws into the sodden walls. My legs and arms become rigid, trying to combat an inevitable collapse. My elbows and heels glide like stones through my limbs in the oddest ways. I feel my back arch, hunching forward as if making my body into a parachute. My heart beats faster as my panic changes into exhilaration. My descent has slowed. But I can sense the bottom of the pit fast approaching. Hard as rock, I will land. There's no happy end to this. I close my eyes and focus, imagining the ground as a soft haven. My limbs tense, spread out to land on all fours. One more breath and... I'm at the Stag and Nanny. Ugh, my head. You're awake. Barely. The dream has left me feeling utterly drained. It's a struggle not to slip back out of consciousness. Grace, what are you doing here? You took a nasty hit from my sister. Valgaire had me heft you into the back room, and asked me to look after you while he clears out the pub. You should have seen him, acting like he could single-handedly calm down the entire mob. That's a tall order even for him. I fight against the fog in my mind. Grace lifted me all by herself? While Valgaire calms? What? Grace looks visibly shaken. It's not good. A mess, really. The townsfolk got a real fright out with Jessie's sudden turn. Father, he riled them up even further. They're up in arms looking for Jessie now. Jessie. I sit up quickly and immediately regret it. My head spins, sending me back down flat onto the makeshift table. Hey, not so hasty. You don't look so good. She's in danger. This is a strong lass. Quick on her feet. Don't worry, Malcolm. They don't stand a chance. That's not what I'm worried about. The way her voice cracks, exposing her own uncertainty. Anyway, Crivens, Malcolm, you're pale as a jellyfish. I'm going to fetch Alana. Don't go anywhere. Quickly go out the door. Quickly go out the door. Quickly go out the door. Grace command falls on deaf ears. As soon as she leaves the room, I gingerly stand on two wobbly feet. Oh, my head swims. My legs feel like jelly. Barely able to take my weight. Just how hard a hit had I taken? The Stag and Nanny. It takes all my concentration to stumble toward the exit. I was just kidding. God. Toward the exit, one step at a time, each harder than the last. The fog in my mind is becoming all-consuming. Hang on just a little longer. Jessie, I won't let them hurt you. Oh. Who's there? What's going on? Sleepy time. My knees give away as I exit the door. There's no longer a dream. What the fuck was that? I feel like something hit the bottom of my table, but it's just me in here, which is weird. My knees give away as I exit the door. There's no longer a dream, I tell myself. I will my eyes to stay open. My head hurts, but I've felt worse. I lift myself up and begin to bumble to and fro. Malcolm, you can do this. You've got to find her. There's the fogs. Shadows dart. Darkness overtakes the space around me. Pretty. Yet I can still see very clearly. Somehow it's all different, more vibrant. Canine vision? Low light vision? That's what it seems like. Oh! I try to focus my line of sight, squinting and to sharpen the blurry outlines into rectangular shapes. Buildings at once both familiar and alien. I shamble down a dimly lit lane, half walking and half erect. I immediately thought of the freaking meme of a freaking stick dude that's drawn wearing pants. He's like, I am an erect. And it shows he's got a boner. It's like, oh my god, it's so stupid. An innate knowledge I've never experienced takes over, and compels me. Everything in my periphery has become a blur, a fuzzy mess of distorted dark colors, a palette of blues and purples and blacks like a painted swamp. My head spins, but I'm alert. Very alert. My ears stand at attention. The wind blows, whipping through my fur, echoing in my skull. There's a clamor in the distance, shouting. They're after her. There's a fear in the air. I can smell it. I can smell everything. Oh, my nose twitches, processing everything that wafts by. The salty breeze coming off the lock, the compost rotting behind the stag and nanny, the alcohol upon my own breath, and I feel it burn down my throat, a strong smell, musky, tempting. I follow blindly, yet aware that my senses are in control now. Don't go after the kitty! All four of my feet hit the earth. I barely feel the dirt as I push off, chasing something black and feline. It's fast, but I'm faster. Scurrying, dodging, leaping, I close the distance over rocks and their sharpness stabbing and scraping my toes. Over gravel, my claws skidding the loose stones. My muscles are inflamed, taut, and prepared to lunge at anything. Faster, more agile, I steady my shoulders and hips, my spine aligned with the dirt below me. The night sky offers no guidance, but the moon acts as a flame to light my path. I run with abandon. Never have I appreciated my body's strength more. The cat turns the corner and darts between a pair of legs, a wall of legs, a crowd which sends me skidding to a halt. A scream, a face of fear. I am the danger. The mob closes in from behind. Something hard strikes my back. I yelp, turn, and bare my teeth. Snarl causes the board that hit me to lower, and so I snarl again. They're afraid. These faces around me fall. They stand back as I twist my neck and growl, spilling drool and foam. They cower. I am their fear. I am Rogue. But I am alive, and the blood boils under my skin. I growl once more, forcing open their pack and tear off running again. Ooh, I got chills on this segment. Oh, this is awesome. I love it. Brambles strike my muzzle. I hack and pant through my open mouth, exhaustion finally setting in. All night I've been scrambling over rocks and debris, moving across the highlands, aimless yet determined, my legs finally slow to a stop. I sit back on my haunches and sniff the air. The smells are unfamiliar. Just how far did I run? My heartbeat begins to race again, this time more from worry than exertion. I feel lost in more ways than one. Something is missing, a memory just out of focus. It gnaws at the edge of my consciousness, and I reach out trying to recall. I lie down with a sigh. My mind is as foggy as the forest around me. It muddles my senses, stifling my thoughts. All I know is that I've had too much excitement for one day. Perhaps things will be clearer after a nap. The cool blanket of mist closes in around me, and I blink, my heavy eyes ready to let go. Something is watching me. I can sense it. Instinct forces my eyes back open. There. Movement. A bunny! Is it Effie? The bunny is lucky. I'm so tired. Come morning, if it's unwise enough to still be there, I shall give chase. Ow. Hello. Ah! The confounded critter is now just inches from my nose. The nerve, I growl out of warning. Know your place, you foolish ball of fluff. Fatigue be damned. I lunge at the rabbit, narrowly missing it. Why did that rabbit just put its ass in our face? Fatigue be damned. I lunge at the rabbit, narrowly missing as it launches off into the forest. The chase is on! Why did it put its ass in our thud? I jump and cascade down into thick brush and hard earth. Dirt sprays, getting into my nostrils and eyes. My tongue lolls, my every muscle's aches. I stand and shake from head to toe. Dust and debris fly as my body trembles. I blink. Where did that fiery critter go to? It led me over the hills and through the woods. To grandmother's house we went, taunting me the whole way. Always one hop ahead. Then it dove down into this ravine and disappeared. My nose lowers to the ground, snuffling to back up the trail. Not that the rabbit had not much of a scent to begin with. An unexpected smell hits my throat, causing me to jerk back. I know this scent. It's familiar. Potent. It's female. I inhale the scent again, deeply. It's dizzying. There are flashes in my mind, memories, faces, screams. A girl dancing, her voice followed by shouts. Fear, shame, hatred, rage. The emotions build and build, overcoming me, bubbling up and out as I tilt my head back into a long, desperate howl. A mournful bay answers my own. My ears perk up. It's her. Blindly I follow the scent until I am taken to an open field. Large boulders lie in the grass as I watch a figure my size and shape dart from rock to rock. There she is! Hey, Jessie. Ah! Ah! That's so adorable! Oh, that's so adorable. I race toward the wolf and tackle her to the ground. As I stand over her, she gives me a playful swat and we begin to tussle. Oh, how I missed her. We roll about on the grass, two balls of furry energy. I catch a strong floral whiff and sneeze. My sensitive nose can smell the lingering perfume on her body, the musk on her breath, even her emotions. She's exuberant, but also disoriented, confused. I sense restraint as we play. Why? We've known each other since we were pups. We're best friends. Why can't I remember? My head aches and part of me wants nothing more than to let this faint feeling, the source of my anguish, go. Oh, you're giving me a choice here? Let go. I shake off the confusion by my committed to the tussle. In the fray, her claws tear off the last scraps of clothing clinging to my body. Finally, I'm free. Our swings and bats grow stronger, more powerful. She knocks me down and claws at my face, missing my muzzle by a mere inch. I yelp and she knows to stop. A small grin forms at the corners of her long mouth as she is asking if she's too much to handle. In fact, she is not. I smirk back to her. The sensation of my lips strikes me hard. The tug, the pull. It's wild. And I love it. What feels like a craving throbs through my heart and stomach. A desire I know we both share. An insatiable bond. She is my home, and wherever we both left is not a place to which we can return ever. Ah, I blink and scenes appear. Snarls, dresses singing, screams, chairs flying, and a slash on my arm. Whatever happened has passed, gone. We are to be alone, but together forever. I stare into her eyes as they welcome me home. When I blink and momentarily lose sight of her, I feel like I've lost guidance. That's so adorable. I love how he's got the tuft just like hers. That's so cute. She leaps up and nudges her head off to the distance. In an instant, she teaches me how to properly run. My muscles aches are forgotten, and we go side by side, trying to top the speed of our own selves and one another. She always wins. We chase, we turn, we collide. How long this continues, I don't know. Time passes by until the darkness becomes light. Oh, it's so adorable. Oh! Eventually, she finds us a crevice in a large boulder when we can curl up and hide. She spins and spins until her paws find the right spot where to turns herself into a fluffy ball. I spin as well, trying to mimic her, trying to claim my territory. As I slide down onto the earth, I make sure I envelop her, comforting my frame until it surrounds hers, keeping us both warm in the cold night. We are each other's family now, the unspoken union. We must not think of what used to be. Those arms that held us tight, those warm fingers that wiped our tears dry. Our thoughts are only of ourselves. I lick her neck and nuzzle my nose into her warm fur. Her heady scent lulls me to sleep. Oh, that's so fucking cute. Wow. What I am is no longer human. It is more. The wind, the moon, the scent of the earth. They give me peace, comfort, and purpose. It's a simple and divine life. One where we were the hunters, free and uncaged. An inescapable joy of rush of blood to the system takes me over me nightly. We move forward into the realm and never imagining, at least by me, the partner by my side knows the ropes and guides me. So I follow. My life now is following this female's lead and where her heart and body takes me. She is keenly aware of time, of when to rise and when to hide away. Days become nights, which blends into a timeless loop. Daylight and dusk cap either end of our dark night hunts. Huddled under a ledge one rainy morning, we are found sleeping by a young woman. She does not scream, even as we snarl. Somehow we know enough not to bite. Her scent is that of the sea. At first, the woman babbles and gestures. My partner's head tilts quizzically. Can she understand? Eventually, the woman gives up, laughing and reaching out to give our heads a pat, and quickly tickles behind the ears. When the rain lifts, she goes, wistfully leaving us again. Lone wolves, our perfect pack of two. We delve further into the wilderness. Gone is fear. Buried deep is the notion that any world exists beyond our own. Worries are allayed, ignored. The world is ours to live off of and with. The water runs for us to drink, to bathe, to jump and splash. The air is for us alone to breathe. The wind caresses us to cool us and deliver scents. Creatures exist for us to hunt, eat. Our communication exists through body language and marking our scents. We bark, growl, and howl when safe or to warn each other. The social hierarchy puts her on top. I know her from her aggression that I am to submit when she commands. Bow chicka bow wow. She is the leader of our pack. When chastised, I crouch or whimper, knowing to tuck in my tail. When I lick her mouth or roll over on my back, she dances, bows, and licks back. Our mating comes at her bequest only. I delight knowing her demands are voracious and frequent. Seasons pass, heat passes, cold arrives. We survive together. And every night when the moon rises, we play. Aww. Wow, that was quick. and while they stayed. Much like myself, they traversed the darker paths the quieter routes. Night was their time. Unlike me, they had someone, each other. I am and have never been part of their world, part of their elusive existence of both fear and contentment, of happiness with pain. I am but alone, free to roam at will, but ne'er to share my soul with another. Whoa, that was cool. I know there's more to that. I know there's going to be more to that, because normally these new chapters are like at least like 2 to 3 hours long, or maybe 4 hours long, because I do about an hour per video. And that was a short little thing of letting go of the memories. I'm pretty sure if I go back, which is why I saved before making that choice, if I go back and try and remember, I think it'll give me a different ending. And since we still have time, I'll probably do that here in a second. Oh, but that is just amazing. That was so adorable. I'm glad I chose that first because that was really cute. Anyway, I'm going to boot back up my save. I'm going to skip through the credits and then we're going to go to the next deal. So I'll see you guys in just a second. All right, we're back. Let's try to remember this time. Oh my god, that's just so fucking cute. I press my snout into her fur and take another deep breath. My head swims and more sensations flood in, echoes of another time. The fog begins to clear, replaced by a force, a presence, her presence. I reach toward it and feel her guide me. Or perhaps we are guiding each other. She envelops me, nuzzling my body, inducing the memory from within. Aw. My entire being begins to open up and calm down. Our energy builds but softens my interior. My blood settles, no longer wildly thrashing about in my veins. Slowly she takes hold of me, as if from inside, and coaxes me gently back to another version of myself. A version I now remember, yet have never experienced. The sensation is much like stepping into a hot bath, jarring but welcoming. Eventually I settle into the heat of the moment and surrender myself to the change. Malcolm. And the censoring begins. Dazed, I blink open my eyes. It feels like I've just awoken from a long nap. Jessie, you won't believe I had the wildest dream. Slurring my words, my mouth feels funny. Oh God, Malcolm, what have I done? Jessie whips her head away, tears welling in her eyes. You've stolen my heart, is what? I smile, trying to lift her spirits, unsure what has her in such a mood. My memories are still foggy. Oh no, has she misplaced her dress again? My own jacket is tied around her arms. I tug it off. Around my arms. I tug it off and offer it to her. She reluctantly accepts, but won't face me. So I scoot closer and wrap a warm fabric around her shoulders. That's when I see my claws. Oh, that would be so fucking cool! Another save point. Okay, I see what you're going. It's incredible. And I am awestruck. I fucking would definitely be awestruck. My heartbeat quickens. A marvelous power re-energizes me. The world looks and feels more vibrant than ever before. I feel alive. Jessie's features soften, and the concern fading away. It's really something, isn't it? I flex my digits and marvel at the sensation of my claws pressing into my paw pads. How did... I don't know. I didn't know this could... I've bungled everything, Malcolm. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Dim memories of the scrum resurface. I wonder if I should be angry. The truth is, I don't have it in me. And seeing Jessie on the verge of tears, all I want to do is reassure her. Duh. There's nothing to forgive. Never stop being the firecracker I fell in love with, even when you explode. I bite my lip, wondering if I chose the right word. The explosion is built from your passion, your drive to protect loved ones. It's a beautiful spectacle that shines with your colors. You can illuminate the world with your spirits. Jessie laughs forlornly. Never has anyone been more eloquently described a wild beast let loose in a pub. When you put it that way, I suppose this sounds a lot worse, doesn't it? I join in with her laughter, but part of me knows I ought to be concerned. I haven't yet processed the result of Jessie's audition. Her outburst, not to mention my transformation, could mean for our lives, our futures. Everything has changed. For the best? Fuck yes! Bring on the furry fandom! Bring on anthropomorphic animals! Hell yes. Make me a fox, please. That'd be amazing. Anybody? Make me a fox? That'd be cool. Be a badass. But I don't want to think about it. This form, it fills me with hope, vigor, purpose. Truthfully, I've never felt so excited. I'm not sure I want to go back. I didn't mean to say it aloud, but there it is. Never have I spoken truer words, except when I told Jessie that I love her. This catches her attention. Oh, Malcolm, you don't mean that. You can go back to normal, I'm sure of it. It's too late for that, don't you think? Even were we to shed our coats, there's no putting the cat, or rather the dog, back in the bag. I smirk, trying hard to keep the mood light. We're both keenly aware of the turmoil she caused and what we just escaped. It's not safe to go back, is it? Her eyes reflect the moonlight. Her pupils grow. Tears begin forming again. I sigh, conceding the seriousness of the situation. I don't think so. Not like this. Jessie closes her eyes tightly and whispers, "Lost control, and now I have no home." As I watch her bottom lip tremble, it begins to sink in that she might be right. You still have your sisters? You have me? We go back without our fur coats. Tell them everything we know. Townsfolk must realize we're not monsters. I also wanted to point out, I noticed this a while back, but her paw pads are hearts. Which is adorable. Her look tells me I should know better. Perhaps I'm grasping at straws. There's one more possibility, though for grand's sake I hesitate to suggest it. Or we leave. You wanted to escape? We finally have a clear-cut reason to go. We leave Achnakraj and start anew. I can't. Her objection catches me off balance. Pardon? I thought... I can't go back to where people are, Malcolm. I blew up here, in my own hometown, my safe place. Imagine if that happened in the city, in a nightclub. There'd be a riot, police. And look at yourself. I did this to you. If the man I love isn't safe from me, then who is? Oh, don't cry. Oh, I think I make Jessie's character model look so beautiful and adorable, and don't want to make her cry. I just want to give her a hug. Oh shit, I didn't read that. I hit the spacebar by accident. She lowers her head and I worry she's ashamed. Jessie, I understand how you must feel, but for me, this is a gift. For a moment I let myself revel in the wild energy flowing through me once more. The wound up excitement just begging to be released. Instinct tells me it won't do either of us any good to linger on our predicament. I wiggle my toes and pause playfully. I want a rematch. Eh? You said I could have a rematch anytime. Come on, race you to the top of the ridge. She looks at me and like I'm out of my mind. After all that's happened, Malcolm, we can't be found like this. We both need to get back to our human forms and figure out what next. I'm surprised to hear Jessie being so cautious. Now it's my turn to throw caution to the wind. Sounds like me like you're right I might win. Now that we're on even playing field. Jessie's eyes narrow and I know my challenge has been accepted. I'm worried that you'll break a leg. Haven't you seen how rocky the ground is? Have you even run on two paws yet? Good, then you won't mind giving me a head start. I take off with a lunge and promptly lose my balance, falling face first into the dirt. Jessie graciously pulls me back up onto my feet. Not so simple, is it there, champ? Here, I'll show you how it's done. Jessie shoots up the hillside, kicking up pebbles as she weaves between the boulders and bushes. The power of her haunches nearly shakes the ground under my feet. Oi! Not fair! Okay, I changed my mind. This is even fucking better. Thanks. I start again, focusing hard on my balance. My legs keep me upright, but my feet still startle me with how huge and unwieldy they are. It's as if I bounce as I go, and like I'm standing on springs. It's digigrade. My confidence grows with each stride, and I can actually feel each follicle of my body as the wind rushes past. The sensation motivates me, pushes me even faster, higher with each bound, collecting speed while losing my breath. Instead of weaving between the rocks, I start to hop from one to the next, closing the distance between me and Jessie. This is nothing like a run around the schoolyard or a game of tag behind our homes. It's low-level flying, a race among the clouds. A chase that with deeper inhales, the louder exhales, and a heartbeat that pounds from excitement instead of exhaustion. I glance up and see Jessie looking back. She winks and seems surprised. Not bad, you're faster than I thought you'd be. When she turns back to face the hilltop, she kicks off a rock and stumbles. At first, I think she's teasing me, letting me outpace her. But no, it was a simple misstep. She mutters a curse and scrambles to get her stride back. I pass her, tongue wagging, and smile as she falls behind. The top of the ridge is in my sight. My heart leaps for the first time in my life. Might I actually beat Jessie in a race? A shadow passes overhead. It's a stick flying through the air. Oh no, in front of my face. A sudden urge strikes. I launch myself into the sky with all four paws, teeth bared, my mouth maw gapes, seeking the target. When I come back down with my stick in my jaws, I'm dumbstruck with the joy of success. I got it! Wait. Wait, what's so important about this stick? I sit with my prize hanging out of my jaw while Jessie runs past me with a smug grin on her face. That's cheating. I reach the top, it's just seconds behind her, and we're both panting and giggling like school children. You cheated! I just even the odds. She laughs, petting my head. You still have a lot to learn, but good job, Malcolm. I have to agree, I went from human to racing dog in one night. I feel like a new foal, clumsy on my feet the first minute, embracing my wobbly legs the next. There's a lot to be said about the innate intelligence of an animal kingdom. Of course, I was distracted by a stick, so there's a lot to be said in the other ways, too, I suppose. But it was such a rush, such a blissfully ignorant event that take place, mind away from other things. I can understand Jessie's kinship to her wolf spirit and body. I felt amazing, rejuvenating. I know, that perfectly sums it up. See, there's a lot more to learn. Tell me about what to expect. Please don't think that way. You can't stay like this forever. But I'll be like this tonight. Something is swishing behind me, and it takes me a moment to realize it's my own wagging tail. Jessie laughs. I must look like an eager pet awaiting instruction. And first of all you need to do is slow down with all the tail wagging. The fur is flying everywhere. She swats the hair between us, and sure enough claches a tuft of fur hair floating there. Alright, I'll try to calm down. That's always a struggle when I'm around you. Blap! Jessie sticks her tongue out at me. You'll learn that shedding is good for keeping a clean coat, though as you groom yourself you'll feel less itchy. Plus the hair helps the birds build their nests. At least that's what I tell myself. Can't say the same for Marion. She has a broom out in the blink of an eye. I always blame the shedding on Toast. Jessie winks conspiratorially, and it makes me wonder how Gran would react to hair everywhere. Gran wouldn't make me sleep outside, would she? Would she? It's Gran. She wouldn't do that. Stop drifting. You quit moving the camera around. It's probably dicking with the post. Oh, and your appetite. You're going to become voracious very soon. In fact, I don't know how we'll get you fed enough. I'll survive. I've done without before. I just need to keep your energy up. Should we need to keep moving or racing? She winks again and my heart jumps. And this evening is quickly becoming my favorite to date. To share this is... Jessie, I can't believe I get to share this with you. My voice cracks a bit from excitement. She throws her arm around me. Oh, Malcolm, I want to be scared. I want this to feel wrong, but it doesn't. It makes me so happy. She reaches for my neck, giving me scratches in the base of my head. That feels so nice. Her claws gently make their way up to my scalp, and I smile, nuzzling deeply into her neck. I inhale her musk, relishing in the closeness and the way she makes me feel so close and so uninhibited. Did I say that right? As she keeps holding me and rolling her nails up across my head, I look at her, her eyes closed, her lips curled into a smile. Kiss her. Oh, that's even better. Hugs. Oh, she's so damn adorable. He's so cool looking. This is so amazing. You guys, I cannot hammer this enough. Support these guys. My God. This game is amazing. And they're just hitting the tip of the iceberg with it. The plans that I've read in the Discord are amazing. They plan on doing several dating paths, not just the sisters. And the fact that they gave Malcolm a transformation in this, I kind of figured they would. And another one of you guys out there, I can't remember who at the moment, and I don't have everything pulled up, pointed out the fur coming out of the cut. I just thought he had hairy arms because I'm an idiot. But at the same time, I was kind of hoping the same thing, but you never really know with games like this. But it's a transformation style game. It hits home with a lot of people. The fact that you can't help who you love, and when you fall in love, you fall hard. Like when I fell for my wife, it was hard. It was amazing, and it was just amazing. I love my wife to bits, and I love my family. And this game just is amazing. Yeah, it's got its naughty little horny little perverted things to it, but it's meant to be played as an adult-oriented type of game. It can be that can be turned off, but I choose not to play it that way. I don't care about getting demonetized. I don't care about any of that because this game is amazing, and you guys seem to love it. I love it, and I think that's one of the reasons why you guys love it. Anyway, enough with that. With vivid detail, I can remember our first slow dance. Here we are again, this time surrounded by the glow of fireflies instead of the pub lights. It's like an outdoor dance hall, where we're the last two stragglers, the lovers who won't leave. We try to drink every last drop of the intimacy, the quiet, the movement of each other. I let her scent fill my mind, trying to keep this memory whole, lest I even forget the most real seconds of my own life. I'm here now, alive and wild. Having broken free from the captivity of my human skin, the skin keeping me hostage in a world that tried to kill me. It still tries to kill me. Why would it be so bad if something like this were to happen, if we were to take the next step in evolution and go this direction with it? Think of how much good something like this could be if we had animalistic features. Yeah, some people would say that's wrong. Some people will say, oh, that's not what this has to do with it. No, taking any of that aside, our planet is dying and animals are suffering because of our own stupid greed and selfishness. We rely on fossil fuels. We rely on money. We rely on everything that doesn't need to be relied upon, when animals just live their lives to the fullest in happiness. And if people will stop seeing us as something other than an animal, we could live with animals a lot easier. I'm not saying like go vegan or go vegetarian. I love meat. I am a carnivore. Another reason why most of my personas or something or anything like that are going to be meat eaters is because of the fact that yeah, some places take it overboard. Yeah, some places... I love how this game makes me so philosophical. But there's some things that just make it... There's some people do it wrong, some people do it right. I'm not saying either one of them are right or wrong. But why would this be so bad? True love in true love's form. Like, look at that. How can people be so against furries? Yeah, there's some freaky furries out there. But look at the good side of it. This game is a blessing to the furry fandom. And I'm actually almost crying because it's so touching. But this game is so amazing. I cannot stress it enough. Yeah, I found it looking for a perverted furry game to play in my off time. And then I found this, and here we are. Over 1,000 subs later. So close on the watch hours. We can almost start making this a full-time job. And a full-time gig. And it's going to make everything amazing. And you wonderful people out there, and especially the makers of this game, are all making it happen. If I would never have found the furry fandom when I was in high school, I wouldn't be where I am today. Yeah, again, it started off as the perverse side. Yeah, I know. Oh, big shocker. But look at how wholesome this is. Seriously. Yeah, you saw blurry tits, or if I did do a patron version, you saw her tits. But freaking deal. It's the female form. Big whoop. They got boobs. They have something other than what we have. They fit together amazingly. So I have 2 kids. But still, is it so bad to hate? Is it so bad to want something like this? To want to be who you really are? I mean, I get the LGBTQ plus and all that. I get it. You want people to be comfortable in their own skins, but from a lot of stuff I've read and a lot of stuff I've seen and a lot of stuff I've done, they just it feels like they don't do it right. And this game is so wonderful for furries along with norms. It's just an amazing experience. To see your choices actually making some sort of difference in this game. And the transformations of being set free. Shedding your skins of society is not always a bad thing. You do not have to be like everybody else. You can be yourself. You can be who you want to be. I love how this game makes me feel. I love how this game makes me feel wholesome and wonderful. I'm sorry, this segment has been dragging on because I keep getting philosophical. But I can't help it. I look at this and it just... it reminds me of me and Ash. And how we are. And I love it. Sorry. Ah! Why? Oh, I'm not crying because I'm sad. I'm crying because it's so touching. Maybe I'm not a heartless monster after all. Maybe I have a heart. I'm moving on. Get the wholesomeness out of here. I am here now, alive and wild. I've broken free. Okay, I heard that. Perhaps I'm not meant to be of that world after all. Not anymore. I'm here now, reborn. We rock and sway just as we've done before. But this time, like every new adventure we share, is different. I run my own paw along her shoulder, giving her the same light scratches she offered me. We dance in rhythm and nothing but sound of crickets and this constant and fluid beat of our own hearts. We are at ease. Even as we move, we are still within ourselves and each other's souls. Malcolm, I love you so much. And I love you too. Our voices are soft. Neither of us wish to disturb the fleeting moment of peace, snatched from tonight's mayhem. A moment of peace that we know cannot last. There will be other evenings, other full moons. We should return to human, Malcolm. I sense reluctance in her words, but... Jessie smiles wistfully, her voice dropping in a mere whisper. The heat of her breath on my shoulder makes my hair stand on end. But know that I love feeling your fur against mine. Makes me feel less... alone? Yes. Her arms hold me tighter, running up the length of my back. Blood rushes to my head and elsewhere. The night, the moon above, it's all too much. Too consuming. I want her to never let go. I want more. Jessie, there's one more thing I'd like to share with you tonight. Something you want me to teach you? I can almost feel her lip curl into a seductive snarl on my neck. She grazes one fang across my earlobe, and I nearly lose my self-control. I don't need to say any more. She can sense it. Oh boy, here we go. Whew! Hi, YouTube. Welcome back. That one, I cut that. Oh, I cut that whole section out. Whew! That was spicy. Too spicy for editing. Too spicy for YouTube's algorithm. I cut that. So hopefully I do make a Patreon for you guys to see all that. That was amazing. Or you guys can just go check out and actually go get this game yourselves and check it out yourselves. It's fucking amazing. Go support these guys. That art is amazing. And whew, that's steamy. Anyway, I actually have to end this episode here. I'm at my hour mark. I know I've been rambling a lot during this episode, and I apologize, but I actually have to end this episode here. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, feel free to hit the thumbs up button. I always greatly appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, you can always hit that subscription button and notification bell to be informed every time I upload or stream. Yeah, that entire segment has turned me more southern than I'd like to admit. But yeah, I am here. I'm always going to be here. You guys are amazing. So, that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to go check out Little Napoleon and his developer and all that good stuff, links will be in the description down below, as well as probably the Patreon account that I have probably just made after making this video, because, oh my god, that was freaking cool. That was amazing. So, all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, see you in the next one. Hey, and peace out. What's up?